Welcome, beautiful soul. It's Jessica, and today we are exploring eczema, the liver, and the deeper energetics of detoxification. This is not just what's happening at a physical level, but what your body, your brilliant, intelligent body, is really trying to say. Because what if your liver and skin aren't broken, but actually speaking? This is a topic near and dear to my heart because years ago, no elimination diet, Reiki master, or supplement could fully shift my eczema. It wasn't until I stopped fighting my body and started deeply listening that things began to change. So, take a deep breath and feel into the river of energy that moves through your body. You are not a machine that needs fixing. You are a whole ecosystem in conversation with itself. Every organ, every cell, every impulse speaking in the language of aliveness. Take one more deep breath here. And let's dive step by step into the energetics of what's really going on when it comes to eczema, the liver, and detoxification. The liver is not a symbol of impurity, but of transformation. It is the great alchemist of the body, filtering, metabolizing, refining life as it moves through you. And actually, blood travels first from our digestive system and food, things from the outside, straight to our liver before being pumped to our heart as a way of screening and safety. Science tells us the liver performs hundreds of functions, filtering blood, neutralizing toxins, producing bile, and even balancing hormones. But none of this is separate from energy. Your body never stops detoxifying. It is a continuous act of harmony. But when we speak of detox, we often speak as if it's something that we can start and control and fix and schedule. But the truth is the liver and our body's other detoxification pathways like our digestive system and our skin are never off duty. So our body then is only asking for our cooperation, not our control. The skin, your second liver, will speak when your inner world is overflowing. Eczema, rashes, and irritation, they're not betrayals. They are messengers showing where our internal flow has become congested, overburdened, or unheard. So, before we rush to cleanse, we must pause to listen. And I invite you to tune in to see if the questions that follow throughout this video resonate in your being. So, what is my body trying to release that my mind refuses to? Where can I surrender rigidity to create space for flow? Speaking of flow, let's talk about water, because detoxification is not possible without water, and water is a beautiful mirror for flow. When we are dehydrated, we're not just lacking fluid, it's a lack of movement in the body. The lymph slows, the blood thickens, the skin dries and cracks. But beyond the physical, dehydration is a mirror for spiritual rigidity. The refusal to let life move through us. As Veda Austin's research has shown, water holds memory. It listens. It shapes itself in response to intention and emotion. So what if the water within you, the rivers of your body, are listening too? What if every thought of self-judgment hardens that flow? And every act, on the other hand, of compassion rehydrates your cells with light. To heal the liver and skin then, we must also heal the water. through presence, gratitude, and gentleness with the self. Hydration is not just a physical act, but an energetic homecoming to flow. Drink water, yes, of course, but also be water. Let yourself soften, ripple, and return to movement. Because the more you flow, the more your liver and skin will mirror that. We live in a culture that rewards productivity over presence. We all feel this sense of quickening and urgency, and we're constantly exposed to stimulation, blue light, the noise of the world, the news of the world, and all of it can add to our toxic load if we're not discerning, not just chemically, but energetically. And modern research confirms that chronic stress alters the body's biochemistry. We see that cortisol and adrenaline can inflame tissue, disrupt enzymes, and impair detoxification. But beyond science, we feel it intuitively. Stress blocks and stagnates energy, and the skin becomes a mirror of our boundaries. So this then becomes a question of environment, inner and outer, and it's asking, do you live in a way that honors flow? Do you create spaces that allow your nervous system to rest? And do you feed your body with high quality nutrition, with color, with fiber, with sunlight and quiet? As Bruce Lipton reminds us, the moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. So what are you filtering perceptually? When we shift from controlling detoxification to communion in the body, the whole ecosystem responds. And cells, they thrive within healthy environments. In traditional Chinese medicine, the liver governs the movement of qi, the smooth flow of life. When that flow is blocked, frustration, anger, and irritability arise. The energy becomes hot, eruptive, volatile, just like the symptoms it creates. And if we're not processing our anger effectively, it becomes stored in the liver, creating a kind of catch-22. So ask yourself, what anger have I absorbed instead of expressed? Where have I suppressed my truth just to keep the peace? What boundaries have I ignored until my skin has had to scream them for me? Eczema is not simply inflammation. It is full body communication. It says, the fire inside me needs air, not suppression. When my own hands carried that message, the burning, the blistering, demanding I release control, I was actually being called to listen to what was suppressed. And when I finally surrendered the need to fix and started listening to my cells and organs in meditation, healing began. And I was surprised that much of it stemmed from childhood. Maybe yours does too. Here's a deeper layer, and one that is rarely spoken about in wellness spaces. Health was never meant to be about purity. Self-criticism, rigidity, and fear become shadows of the archetype of the perfectionist, the one who equates control with safety and purity with love. But to truly heal, we are asked to do the opposite. If you are dealing with eczema or psoriasis right now, you are being asked to walk the middle path, the one of flow, trust, and alignment, which actually takes far more courage than following any program, rule, or supplement protocol ever did. When we cleanse from fear, it's not purification, it becomes punishment. And when we fix ourselves from shame, our body actually feels attacked. So check in with yourself here and get a sense of what energy is foundational to your healing right now. Are you acting from fear and control, or are you acting out of love? The middle path is so beneficial because it allows us to address all of these shadows gently. The perfectionist who longs for approval, the martyr who overgives and calls it devotion, the alchemist who fears impurity and stays forever in transformation, the rebel who erupts when control becomes unbearable. Because ultimately they are all trying to protect us from rejection, from the fear that being unclean or broken with our broken skin means that we are unworthy. But our wholeness and health was never conditional. Your body does not need to be perfected to be sacred. And let me say that again so it lands. Your body does not need to be perfected to be sacred. Let's talk about secondary gains. And sometimes this is tender because our body can actually hold symptoms as protection, not to punish, but to preserve. Because maybe the eczema, maybe it allows you to rest in a life that never stops. Maybe the fatigue buys you tenderness that you wouldn't otherwise allow. And maybe discomfort keeps you small enough to stay safe. These are called secondary gains, hidden benefits of staying unwell, and most of the time they are subconscious. When we see them not with guilt but as guidance, they lose their emotional and energetic charge. The moment we understand these patterns and understand what the body has been trying to protect is the moment we can start to release the symptoms, because it's simply just been an unspoken part of us that we now have the courage to hear and address. Energetically and physically, your skin is a boundary, a veil between self and world. Your liver is a filter of light and density, and both mirror how you metabolize life. So I ask you, what energies are you taking in that are not yours? What beliefs have you swallowed that your system cannot digest? Even spiritual beliefs or modes like human design. And where are you filtering too much of yourself out? Detoxification in its truest form is discernment. It's learning what is truly you and what was never yours to carry. When you listen deeply, the body becomes a sacred text where every symptom becomes a scripture of remembrance. Every symptom carries a frequency of a gift. Eczema taught me boundaries, self-validation, and self-respect. Your body is not in the way. Your body is the way. So, if you're ready to see the way clearly, place one hand on your liver, just under your right rib cage, and one over your heart. Close your eyes down and take a deep breath into your heart, releasing with a sigh. Again, in through the nose, releasing any tension on the out breath. And one more time, fully landing, fully grounding, and release. Becoming here and now. Imagining now your liver ever present, ever protective, just under that right rib cage. And visualize all of the connections it has throughout your body, like a plant rooting through the ground. And seeing those roots or branches extending out to your skin as you start to recognize the liver-skin link and just getting curious about what it wants to tell you. And asking your liver now with love and respect, what is it that you would like to communicate with me? As you open and allow Spirit to seek, connect, reveal the anger, the frustration, the lack of boundaries. Is it physical, emotional, psychological? Are there secondary gains? Just allow any images, words, symbols, smells, or sensations to arise. There's no need to label here. We are just merging with the field of awareness around what is happening in your liver and skin. Remembering to breathe. It's okay if there's tightness or tenderness. We're just bringing the love of awareness to this space. When you're ready, imagine your liver gathering everything from these energetic channels, all of the signs, the symbols, and the knowings that you received. And now from your heart, imagine violet light flowing from your heart to your liver and out through your skin. This is a gentle process. There's no need to force, just allow. Beautiful. Imagine that violet light now extending out beyond your skin, beyond the veil of the separate self, flowing out into the world around you. Let it burn through illusion, and let it light your way forward. You already know what to do. Taking one last deep breath here. And release. Bringing your awareness back to your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, cracking your eyes open. And if you'd like to ground, integrate, and share what you received, you can do so in the comments. If you received something from the questions in this video and would like to work together to help transmute things further, I offer single sessions to help anchor new realities of health. Or if you need a deeper level of support, then check out my 6-month mentoring portal, the Hexagon, which actually came to me specifically for sensitive souls struggling with their health who are here for a higher purpose. It's time to end those looping patterns and rise. If you'd like to know more, the link is in the description. And until next time, stay true to your alignment and trust the intelligence within. It knows how to guide you home.